Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. Today, I thought it'd be really fun to do something nice and chill and easy and build something in Minecraft in creative because I am not a survival pro player in Minecraft. I like to be creative. I like to wind down and chill. And playing Minecraft is something that I do in my spare time when I have free time. And being a part of the Girly Pop SMP server, I've been really in tune with Minecraft as of lately. And I've also been trying out and doing a medieval D&D inspired SMP with some of my friends, and I wanted to build something in the woods today. So it's going to be a nice chill video, not a lot of commentary. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Okay, so I'm back. I thought to myself this was going to be a no commentary video, but I lied to myself and I've lied to you all. So I'm going to treat this whole video or part of this video as a podcast episode. But enjoy the ambiance noise of the game and, enjoy the yap session that we'll have here for the next probably 10, 15, 20, who knows minutes, because as a person who has ADHD and just woke up 10 minutes ago, you don't know how long I'm going to yap for. I'm just going to yap and hopefully things make sense. I'll probably edit this later and think, what did I just say? I don't know. Anyway, today I thought for this video, I wanted to do something as a love to what I like to do in like The Sims or other variety games or post-apocalyptic or overgrown builds. And I wanted to build a Hobbit hole. And I've seen The Hobbit before. I've seen The Lord of the Rings, and I love that franchise, but I love overgrown foresty builds. So I'm currently in the Forgotten Forest, and I'm using like this mod where it's like, oh, the biomes that we've gone is a biome mod that adds in more biomes into Minecraft. And there's so many locations. And so when me and my friends were starting the server, trying to figure out what the theme was going to be, where we're going to live, what we're going to do, the general storyline, we were thinking, where is the most logical place to have spawn? And spawn is in a very nice little location that I really like. And my friend Jake actually built the entire castle and the Colosseum and then like a little village and everything. And then I built the fishing dock. And I kid you not, Jake is a very talented builder at Minecraft. I don't know how they do it, but they just do it and then it looks good. And then a couple of my other friends like Dabney and a couple of my other Twitch mods are working on this together, and it's turning out really well. Like, I'm really happy of what we've done so far. Now, the server is really inspired by medieval times and D&D, but I kid you not, I don't know a single fact about D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, but all I know that it can go on for months, years, days, whatever on how long the campaign might be. I've learned it from Critical Role, my friend Rochella, Stranger Things, and Baldur's Gate 3, and that's about it. And truthfully, I'm still clueless, but that's okay. I don't need to know everything. Now, the idea came from me playing through the Girly Pop SMP server that I'm currently still a part of in season 4, and I love medieval. I love the whole idea of like what D&D kind of, represents, and especially when I can live in the forest in an overgrown hobbit hole house and just be surrounded by trees, nature, foxes, literally anything. I just get so inspired and excited to just do more. And the reason why I'm building in the Forgotten Forest, which is part of one of the biomes that we have with this mod that we're using, I just love the area. It's so calming, so just serene. I'm near water. I'm near a couple of different little small villages, and all the trees and all the animals that are around me are just so stinking cute. When I was building my hobbit hole, I saw a couple of foxes sleeping near my area, and I knew I picked the right spot. And that right there gives me everything that I need to continue on to build on with my story. And since we're doing a medieval inspired D&D Minecraft SMP server, is that it's all about the story that we're building together, not just individually, but together as a team. And we have different kingdoms that we all live in, and each biome has their own represented, vibes and story. There's some villagers, there's some towns nearby, some cities. And what I want to do with my area is to make it very overgrown and very abandoned. And it's the year, like, in my mind, 1862, mainly because my character, my bunny with a suit who means business, is not actually originally from the Forgotten Forest. They actually were spawned here from a catastrophic event that happened in the year 1372 in the Frosted Taiga, where they're originally from. Because with me, I have to have a storyline for everything. And the way I came up with that is that I've been watching a lot of Merlin and a lot of Once Upon a Time, mentioned one time or several times, but I love the medieval era. I've never seen Game of Thrones. I've never seen The House of Dragon, but I love the medieval times. It's just something so unique about it that I want to kind of introduce it into this area. And since Spawn is like a medieval literal castle with a small little village down at the bottom near the fishing dock, and there's also another village right next door to Spawn and a coliseum, it just works so well. And my idea is that I'm building my starter base here in the Forgotten Forest, where I'm pretty much just kind of forgotten. I woke up realizing, where am I? What am I doing? How did I get here? What year is it? What time is it? And I don't really have any resources, no devices, just nothing, just me, my pond, and my three little wooden tools that I have, which I have a wooden sword, a wooden axe, and a wooden pickaxe just for my own devices. I spawned with them, and I have to fend for myself in the Forgotten Forest to rebuild my life to hopefully get back to where I originally came from, which is the Frosted Taiga. And it's surrounded by snow and a bunch of trees, and I love that vibe. And I want to eventually build over there and build like my Frosted Taiga home base with fully decked out stuff, and I cannot travel there unless I actually have the proper materials and the proper skill sets to eventually get there. And the only way to actually spawn there is to defeat the Ender Dragon. And the Ender Dragon is like the sole purpose why I am here and why this world is the way it is. The Colosseum, the villages in the town, all the boats that are being spawned, we cannot go back to our original homeland unless we have the proper tools, experience, and also the proper knowledge to actually travel there. So I'm doing everything in survival after I built my starter base. And a couple of my friends actually had a really good idea of really making it very collaborative on how we approach the storyline for everything that we're doing, from spawn to exploring, going to the nether, going to the end, and going underwater. Like, we're going to be building so much stuff in survival, mostly on stream, but we are also going to be making videos about it here and there. So I do hope that you all really enjoy, these videos to come when I eventually start making them more. I'm batch recording right now of these Minecraft videos just to kind of get back into the groove of recording, and also as well just expand my creative content that I want to do going forward on this channel on YouTube. And I made this channel mainly about The Sims, but it's about more than The Sims. It's more about my creativity and my love of storytelling. Like, I started making YouTube videos for the pure fun of it and the pure fun of creating stories that were not being told, but also just kind of get my creative juices flowing. My entire life, I always wanted to be some sort of director, some sort of author, storyteller, anything in the creative field. And that's what I'm still going to continue to do. And my life is, my life. And I feel like the way I approach things is a sense of how can I put myself into my own content, especially how I've approached my day-to-day life, that I'm only here for two things: to help other people and entertain people. And that's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. And I like using my platform for good, raising awareness for things that I believe in, and just spreading positivity, kindness, and love online and offline. And with Minecraft, it gives me the opportunity to do that, and I'm so excited to do more of it. And I just have a lot of ideas that I want to do. So I'm looking forward to the future of, this channel and having fun while doing it. Kind of going back to my roots, as I always say, of, you know, cutting the cameras and just doing whatever makes me feel happy and having fun while doing it, especially in Minecraft and The Sims and a bunch of indie games and all the other fun stuff. I don't know when I'm posting this video, to be fully honest. All I know is I'm gonna let it be what it be. If it performs well, cool. If it doesn't perform well, that's okay. As long as I tried and had fun, that's all that matters to me. And it's so weird because ever since I turned 30 back in February of this year, of 2026, I don't know what happened, but like I'm going through a midlife crisis or some type of crisis, not knowing the knowing or like how to be an adult. Even though I'm 30 and an adult, I still am like, what's happening with my life? What's going on with everything? It's weird, it's odd, and it's scary. And how I approach things with my content is just like, let's see what happens. Let's post it, and that will be that. I never really had a concrete plan of anything that I do. It's just whenever I feel the most inspired or whenever I feel like I want to say something, I'll say it and I'll post it, and that is what it'll be. As a person who's a Pisces, who's ADHD, who's overly emotional, sometimes creative, and gets emotionally attached to literally everything, it's so hard to figure out what's the right way to approach things. And so I've been taking everything very slowly since the dawn of time of my birth, I will say. I've been taking everything slow so that way I don't feel stressed out, overwhelmed, or feel like I'm going to have a literal mental breakdown of the most smallest thing. And I find my way through playing video games of wanting to be creative and wanting to slow down. And so I think that's kind of how I kind of approach storylines. It's weird. It's weird to like say that out loud because I'm like, do I just make storylines out of pure anxiety inducing stress, or do I make storylines out of whatever? And usually it's about all of those things, but I also want to create stories that are not being told. And I've been so heavily inspired by like TV shows and movies and things that I've seen, and I like combine all of them into one little thing and make something out of that, but make it my own, if that makes sense. And I don't know where this is going with this video, or where I'm going with this, me speaking, because I'm not talking about the build at all. But I will tell you, I'm just happy to be happy. And I'm happy that I'm doing this, even though it is 8:30 in the morning and I woke up 10 minutes ago. I just wanted to just say, I'm happy, and I appreciate you all for watching my content, whether it's Sims, whether it's all these indie games that I'm posting, or whether it's a story narrative game that I'm posting. I just appreciate you all for being so kind, honest, genuine, being yourself, and just, yeah, you being you. I always tell people, don't change yourself to please other people, because if you're changing yourself to please other people, that's mentally, emotionally, and physically exhausting. As a person who is a people pleaser, I hate, hate trying to change myself to please other people. It's so annoying because I did all that through high school. It ruined my mental health more than you know. And I am now in a new season of my life where I'm out of high school. I'm out of the whole schooling system, that I'm just gonna be my own person and live my life the best way I know how. And that's through making storylines. And I don't know. That's just, I don't know. Life is weird. The world is weird. We're all weird. And that's okay. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I really don't know what I'm saying right now. I'm literally yapping and I'm like, this is interesting. Podcast style. I've been yapping for like 15 minutes straight, but that's okay. And personally, yeah. How's your day going? You're probably not watching this video up to this point, but if you are, I appreciate that. And if you're hearing my words right now, how are you? What's going on? What are you doing today? What are you doing right now in this moment? Are you making a sandwich? Are you cooking breakfast, making dinner, making lunch, taking a walk, reading a book, playing Minecraft yourself, playing Sims, folding laundry? Are you in the air? Are you on an airplane? Are you in a taxi cab, an Uber? Are you in a hotel room? I want to know. I want to know. But either way, this is probably the most unfiltered, most weirdest video I've ever made in my entire life. But you know what? Life be like that. Unpredictable, scary, weird. You don't know what you're going to say. You don't know what's going to happen. You just got to keep on a living, as my grandpa would say. Keep on a living, who's no longer here. I miss him every day, but he's always said, keep on a living and just be you. And that's what I'm going to do. Keep on a living and just be myself. Either way, nonetheless, that was morbid. But I hope you all really enjoyed the rest of this Minecraft video, because I'm going to stop talking for the rest of this entire video. So enjoy the ambiance of Minecraft. And yeah, bye. Okay, so now we're officially done with the Minecraft build. I'm very happy on how it turned out. If you watched throughout the entire process of me building this, I thank you because I did not realize how long it was going to take me. I had to cut out a few things here and there, but I didn't cut out too much. I really just locked in, put on a medieval playlist, and built, and it was worth it. But I wanted to do a tour of my base, and then I'll probably show you spawn of what it looks like thus far. Here we are at my lovely little base. This is my entrance area. I went with a lot of spruce fences to get this like archway, and then some lanterns, and then spruce fences for these little poles right here. I might eventually redo this or like add more stuff eventually down the line in survival, but I think for right now it's pretty overgrown enough to make it look nice and fancy. This is where all the foxes were sleeping, but they're no longer here, and I'm kind of sad that they're not here. So I hope the foxes will eventually come back home to me, hopefully. I don't know. I like the Forgotten Forest. I'm near an orchard and like another little town along the way on the map, but for right now, I like my location. But as we kind of walk through this pathway, I have a bunch of lanterns. That way, when it becomes nighttime, it'll be more well lit up, so I won't feel like I'm like walking in the dark and then I see a spider and then like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. I think these lanterns will definitely help light up the area a little bit more. Over here, I added a bunch of flowers and also a little bee's nest, hoping that bees will eventually spawn. I don't know how they actually work, so if anyone has any tips or advice on how to get bees, let me know. I'm pretty brand new to Minecraft of like the general logistics of how everything works, because I really just play in creative and I don't do a lot of survival. So if you have any tips, I would really greatly appreciate that. But as we go down the pathway, we have more lanterns, a lot of dirt, a lot of peat from the Biomes We've Gone biome pack that we have. So it spawns a bunch of like new blocks and things that I think are really cool. I thought these were dirt, but they're not. They look like dirt. They're in the dirt family, but they're there. Anyway, as we continue to walk down this pathway, I might add in some more stuff over here, like these little oak leaves probably along this edge, but I think this is okay. I might add a fence. But down here, I have some more pathways. This is our waystone. My area is called Fay Haven, which I think is really cute and adorable. So we have our little waystone here, a mossy waystone. And then I put a bunch of these dirt paths using my shovel to get this little design. Over here, I have my little barrel, which I'm using as a mailbox. So if anyone wants to come over or I need to put some stuff in here. Over here, I have my little logs using my little rails here. I've got a little pond that I made. I think is really cute. I might eventually add in fish in here that I eventually collect. I don't know, but I like my little pond. It does make it look very nice in this area. I want to add some seating. I want to add some more stuff around here. I do eventually want to expand over there in that area, because over there where that flower tree is like more flowers, which are really cute. I think I'm also near a prairie as well. But as we walk into the inside, we have this entrance to give it that Hobbit hole kind of like vibe. I had to get some help from my friend Jake because they know more about Minecraft than I do, especially in terms of like building. And I looked up on Pinterest of some ideas, but the general design is like pretty simple and I like what this looks like. But on the inside, I have my little base. I spend all of my time on the inside and I'm really happy. I've got oak planks for my floor that I'll eventually switch out to something later. I thought oak planks would be easier to use as a beginner floor, and then eventually as I make my tools and upgrade things, my floor will be different. I've got stone walls on this side near my kitchen, which I will make this part something like a little seating area possibly. Oh, and I forgot to add my brick back. Oopsies. Because up there is my chimney, but this would be like my kitchen cooking area. And then over here, I have like my barrels for extra storage for any food that I want to store. I have my starter tools here, my pickaxe, my axe, and my sword. But I think I also might add some chests or something along this wall right here. Over here, I have my first like deep in cave area where I can go mining within my own house if I want to. So I have this spot over here, and I used a bunch of like mossy stone bricks, cracked stone bricks, regular stone, and then I also used mossy cobblestone as well to give it that textured look. And what I've learned a lot from other people is that when building Minecraft houses or whatever, making them like different textures within the same family definitely helps it stand out a little bit more, I guess. So I really like how it looks. It looks really cute. I might add some more lanterns down the line when I dig deeper. I also have another little mine cave over here, but I'm treating this one as like my main one. And then over there is like my secondary. So I think when eventually I dig down even further, I'll have more space to like divide out which direction I want to go to, especially to find diamonds and some other things. Over here, I don't know what this place will be, but it'll be like another, like maybe my library. I don't know. I might make that my library. I'm not too sure. Over here will be like my main bedroom, which I will eventually expand to be a little bit bigger. Once I add more stuff, I might even expand this even further this way or this way to then have a proper library, because I feel like this is all out into the open and I don't want to cause any chaos yet. Back here is just my back area. I kind of just got burnt out of building for a while because I was like, I don't know what to do with this back area. I feel like once you come back here, it's like, well, here's the forest. Have fun adventuring. So that's what I'm treating this back area as. But yeah, for the most part, everything is pretty peachy keen. I like what it looks like, but I want to show you the spawn area because my friend Jake, who's also my Twitch mod, really worked on this by themselves, and I love how it looks. Like, look at this. This is literally insane. My brain cells cannot do anything like this. Jake did this all by themselves. I don't know how long it took them, but it took them quite a bit to do this, but they locked in and got it done. But we have many different spaces that we can go to now when we come to spawn. We do have this one little area. I don't know exactly what this area is, but I wanted to show you everything. We're still in the process of like tweaking some things here and there, but I think this is like a armor room, most likely because of these armor stands here and then some icons that we'll have later. There we go. And then over here, we have a nice little other area, which goes to like the dining hall. We have a bunch of this food from the Farmer's Delight mod pack. And then we have an extra table up here. On this side, it leads to the very tippy top of said building. So as you kind of keep going up, you go into different rooms, which is very nice. Like a little, what do you call it? Not a cathedral hall, but like a hall for the royals. But if you go up here, you can see more of the land. And on your left, you see the arena over there, and it's huge. This over here is actually just a place where we all can sleep. So we have our basic like crafting table, and then we have an anvil and some water for like cauldron stuff. But as we go up, we actually have a place where we can come here and sleep if we're like traveling or doing whatever we need to do. We can come here at any point and sleep just in case if we can't get back to our actual home, especially in survival, which this entire thing will be completely in survival when it comes to gameplay. But I wanted to make sure that we had places that we could sleep. And so I asked Jake saying, hey, can we have a resting stop, please? This is one of many rest stops, so be on the lookout for more. But as we make our way over to the arena, which is gigantic, this is where we also can battle each other for funsies or whatever, or if we're like fighting monsters. It is literally just insane on how huge this is. One person did this, by the way. One person, Boy Simming, did this. How? I don't know. Brain cells? Don't know. Because I don't have them to do all of this, but this definitely reminds me of like the Roman Colosseum of like 300 and, you know, all those other like Roman type things, medieval type things that we see. How to Train Your Dragon. So it reminds me of all of that. In these different compartments, we have, of course, this long giant tunnel that leads to the arena, but in each room, down here mostly is where you can kind of come here and prepare, possibly like, you know, get some shields, some swords if you need them. Of course, mostly are these the basic ones, like the wooden ones you usually get, but this is where you can get all of your materials. This is where you can practice all of your archery if you want to practice that, which I'm going to have to do that eventually. So target practice room. Over here is like your dining hall. So you can come here and get like some food if you need some food, to do some combat if possible. And then on the other side is the armor room. So you can come here, repair some things, name some stuff. If need be, we have some leather boots, pants, a tunic, and a cap. But this is like our area where we can come to and like prepare for stuff. And then on the other side, it doesn't really matter which side you go to. Honestly, they all lead to the same place, to the middle of the arena. But of course, 4 entrances, 4 exits, and it is what it is. Over here, we do have a small little town-esque thing. Again, this whole area right here, not that over there, but this over here was made by one person. I only did the dock area, which is, I think it's over here. Oh no, it's over here. I did the dock area, of course, because that's all that I did and had the mental capacity to do. But I did this area. I love the little structure that I did. I was very proud with it. But mainly this is a whole little like town for all the little villagers. Each villager has a role, and we can come here and trade with them if we want to. Like this little one over here. We can trade literally anything for whatever. So that they want like 4 iron ingots for 16 fresh spruce wood logs. So we have options. We have options. We have the log merchant over here. We have the weapons merchant over here for like mining tools. So if we need any like mining related stuff, we can like trade for that stuff. Here's our waystone. Hee hee. But it is so incredibly cool how every single villager has something unique to them. We can, if we need fish, we can trade stuff for that if need be. We have a potions area over here. And then we also have like another villager up here. I haven't seen everything. So if we need like a weapon, we can trade some stuff, even armor at some point. We have a little pumpkin field. And all these buildings right here are the villagers' houses. So if they ever need to come here and sleep, they definitely can do just that. Okay, before we end, I forgot to show one more thing, is actually the access to the mines that is near spawn and also the Coliseum and the small little town. This is man-made, and we just did this by ourselves to kind of get ourselves started. But this is the cave area that leads to the mines. We have a little cart over here to signify a cart to the mines. We have a little area where we can come here and use the furnaces to do any smelting if need be. This is just there. It's currently on right now for the lever. Then we have some beds if we want to come up here and sleep. If we cannot make it back to spawn or to our home bases, we can come here and sleep. We can also use this barrel to put our stuff in if we need to. We at least have 2 of them just in case. But then over here is actually the way to the mines. And down here, we just have small little crevices just to kind of have space for whatever. But we're digging all the way down to at least this level where we have our crafting table, our furnace, if we need to smelt or craft anything. Especially if we're like digging way down, we can at least come up here. This actually is level 46 in the mines. So we're pretty far down, but not too far down, especially if we're gonna keep digging down to like closer and closer to find like diamonds and like some lapis or whatever we need down there. We can at least come up here safely and smelt and craft, and then come back up here to like sleep and stuff, or sleep in the spawn if we can. But for the most part, this is really cool. I'm really happy that we got to do this as like a collaborative group with me and my friends to make this medieval D&D server. And personally, I want to make videos on this because I like Minecraft and I've been having a lot of fun with it. And I want to show off my enjoyment in this server as we continue to explore and build and do stuff. I may or may not have planned out a 100 days in Minecraft video already. So keep your eyes peeled for that in the future because it's going to take me a long time. But my friends, I think this is where I'm going to end it off here for today's video. I do hope you all really enjoyed it. I had so much fun building my base, but then also showing off what we have made thus far in creative for our preparations of the server to start. Because I kid you not, Minecraft is like one of those games that I'll come back to every so often, and it brings me a lot of joy and stress at the same time. But more joy than stress, if that makes sense. But I really, really adore what we get to create together, whether it's survival or creative or whatever. And I want to keep doing more of these every so often and take you along the journey of my Minecraft journey, because I don't play this game a lot and I don't know everything. So if you have any ideas, tips, tricks, whatever, let me know in the comments below. But as always, I do hope you all enjoyed today's video as much as I did. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time in the next video. Bye!